So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much...
How many points I scored, that's irrelevant. I'd rather go scoreless and win than drop 40 and lose.
You work hard on your game, though, right? Especially as a rookie, it must mean something to come out and have a game like this.
Yeah, I guess. But I work hard so we can win. You can score 20, 30, whatever, but if that doesn't help your team win, what's the point, Vinny?
After that routing in Houston, you know, I flashed back to the time I was on the private jet with LeBron James. And I was just thinking about the fact that, you know, he told me a lot of things. He gave me a lot of wisdom. And one thing that really stuck with me that he said was, you know, players have power in this league. You know, we have a voice and we have, you know, more freedom to, you know, make demands, or, you know, if we feel like a situation isn't right for us, we can get out of it, you know, the best way we can, and it shouldn't be no repercussions. And the way things were going in Miami, I just felt it was time for a change.
The starting lineup for the State Portland Trailblazers. At small forward, Mario Hezonja. At the other forward position, Hassan Whiteside. At center, Yusuf Nurkic. At shooting guard, CJ McCollum. At the other guard position, Damian Lillard. The head coach of the team is Terry Stotts.
Number 23, Lou Williams. At the other forward position, at 6'9", number 13, Paul George. At the other guard position,
Surprise, motherfucker.
6 feet 4 inches, number 3, a quick.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Team Swish? Y'all already know who it is. I'm starting this video off right, throwing a lob to Montrezl Harrell, my newest Clipper teammate, my new teammate in general. Your boy did decide to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm going baseline, going up with a two-handed jam. In my first game against the Portland Trailblazers, I instantly noticed that I can have a lot of fun with this team. I can get you guys more highlights, better content. You see me throwing a lob to my man, to Michael Green. And after that Houston game, like I said at the beginning, I felt like it was time for a change. You know, that team, that Miami Heat team, they were good, but when I needed the teammates of mine most, you see me throwing another lob to Montrezl. When I needed my teammates the most, You know, guys like that I thought I could trust, like Deion Waiters, Jimmy Butler. You know, guys I thought I could trust in crunch time situations because I've seen them in real life, you know, take over games in crunch time situations. But 2K doesn't have it that way on here. So you see me in LA, in my hometown, throwing a lob to my man Paul George. And this game, it started off really fun, man. You know, as soon as I started it, I felt like it felt right. You know what I'm saying? And I was throwing so many lobs to these guys. And me and Montrez, you know, we spammed the pick and roll quite a bit. You see me going to the basket, somehow getting around and through that defense. But I felt with this team, you know, it was honestly my first option of 2K20. You see me getting a steal, going out on the fast break, slamming down the two-hand jam. The Clippers were honestly my first option, and, you know, ultimately I ended up choosing my favorite team over them in a way because, you know, I put Miami on the list first and blah, 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 you know, the tryouts, and I did good in their tryout, bad in the Clippers one, yada, yada, yada. But I still found my way home to LA. You see me running the give and go play with Montrezl Harrell, and, you know, playing in a pick and roll-esque offense, you know, playing with guys like Paul George. You see him throwing down a ridiculous, this man did a no-look dunk. Like, honestly, I never seen nothing like that in the game. But playing in a pick and roll heavy offense with, you know, guys like Montrez, guys like Kabengele, or however you say his name, and guys like JaMychal Green, it's going to bring you guys so many more highlights in my videos, you know, like alley-oops. I'm going to be hitting guys for, you know, posters, or I can get to the lane myself and get a poster. It's just going to be a lot easier to make more entertaining content for you guys. But you see your boy going up strong. I changed my layup package to the Westbrook animation, getting a bucket to go. That was honestly a tough one. I don't know how I made it. But we're in the second quarter, man. It's a 2-point game. I'm guarding this man, CJ McCollum, and he just took me straight to the rack. You know, honestly, I have trouble. If there's anybody I have trouble with, you see me throwing down the one-hand jam. If there's anybody I have trouble with, you know, in 2K, especially if it's a backcourt as a duo, it would definitely be the Portland Trailblazers backcourt. I always end up, I hate to admit this, but I always end up getting cooked by Damian Lillard. And, you know, when I get switched on to CJ, it's not much of a difference. So it's kind of frustrating playing against these guys. But fast forward to the third quarter, we are down by 13 points in our hometown. So, you know, one would think, I'm like, okay, I left the Heat to avoid, you know, blowouts and, you know, avoid teammates not showing up when I need them to. You see me kicking it to the corner for my man Montrez to hit that tray ball. And I'm like, dang, like, did I make the right decision? And I was thinking about it again. I'm like, yeah, this is what I wanted, man. So I'm throwing a lot this time to this man Zubac off the pick and roll. That's another guy who I'm going to have a lot of fun with as far as this team goes, you know, with pick and roll basketball, is Ivica Zubac. He's a pretty solid center in real life, so I know 2K is going to show him a little bit of love. They always show love to the bigs who can catch lobs. You see your boy going to the basket, going baseline, giving us the lead right back. And, you know, once I went out in the third quarter, we took the lead, or we cut into the lead. And then, you know, me getting back on the court, I was like, okay, we're right here. Like, we right at the, you know, the cusp of the deficit. We got to cut into it and eventually take over this ball game. You know, we at home. We don't want to lose to Portland at home. We don't want to lose to Portland, period, but especially in front of our home crowd. You see Montrez and I running another give and go. I get the layup to go, tying the game up. And it's a 4-point game with 8.5 to go, man. And this game, you know, at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, we kind of exchanging buckets. You know, the Blazers had a little bit more of a cushion. So I'm like, okay, we got to, you know, we got to figure out some kind of game plan. So your boy goes baseline. I missed that layup. And from that point on, I kind of had a weird feeling about this game. So look at Damian Lillard. This man was pulling anything. He hits the jumper in my face, starts clapping it up in our arena, man, and just Dame was just being disrespectful this game, dog. But it's a 7-point game. Whiteside gets the rebound off his teammates' miss. They go up by 9 with a minute remaining, and at this point, I kind of felt like the game was wrapped. So I'm gonna kick it to my man PG. PG didn't really have much to do with it. I get the ball right back from him. I go up for the layup. It's a 7-point game, and from that point on, I mean, we really couldn't score. CJ ends up getting a bucket, and that was pretty much the dagger when, you know, the coffin was already closed, dog. It was just throwing extra dirt on the grave. It was just really unnecessary for them to do that. But this game was wrapped up pretty quickly, and, you know, I'll admit, I was disappointed to lose my first game as a Clipper, but I will say my very next game, which I will have out for you guys tomorrow, you guys are going to enjoy that one, I promise y'all. But I'm out to the next one, y'all. Please leave a like and subscribe to your boy, and I'm out. Peace.
Finish. And that about wraps it up for Chris.